In this video, we will give you some basic information about the immune system. The immune system protects us against pathogens, tumors, and toxins. The immune system is divided into two parts. Innate immunity, which is not specific and is made up of cells such as monocytes, antigen-presenting cells, mast cells, or granulocytes. And adaptive immunity that is specific and is made up of T and B cells that have specific receptors to recognize pieces of proteins, and antibodies that are also specific and also recognize parts of proteins, but also other molecules, for example sugars or lipids. Antigen-presenting cells present pieces of proteins to T cells, which are activated when their receptors can bind to these pieces of proteins, and then they start to activate their functions, which are mainly cytotoxicity, that is killing of cells, thanks to which they destroy infected or tumor cells, or production of immune mediators such as cytokines, which attract and activate other cells of the immune system during an infection or inflammatory response. B cells can also become activated by recognizing pieces of proteins and receiving help from T cells. Upon activation, B cells differentiate into antibody-producing plasma cells. Antibodies are key elements in the defense against pathogens. Antibodies cover viruses, bacteria, or infected cells, facilitating their recognition by phagocytes, which are cells capable of phagocytosing them, that is, of eating and destroying them. In addition, antibodies facilitate the union of another component of the immune system, which is called complement. When complement is activated, it can create holes in the membranes of pathogens or infected cells while facilitating their recognition by phagocytes. The organs that make up the immune system are not located at one specific site of our body, but are distributed in different areas. These are part of the immune system. The bone marrow, where most cells of the immune system originate, and where antibody-producing plasma cells reside. The thymus, where T cells mature. The spleen, where B cells mature, and the lymph nodes, where T and B cells are activated and begin their function. Lymph nodes are distributed throughout our body, although the most important ones are those located in the armpits, groin, and cervical area. Furthermore, in the gastrointestinal tract, there are also various components of the immune system. The gastrointestinal tract is open to the outside, and just as it allows the entry of food, it can also facilitate the entry of pathogens, which is why the presence of the immune system is very important as a protective barrier. Tonsils and Peyer's patches are lymph nodes located at strategic locations in the gastrointestinal tract. The appendix is a reservoir of bacteria from the gut microbiota that allows us to repopulate it when we lose it for some reason. The appendix also seems to have an important role in fighting infections, so it can also be considered a component of the immune system, although its exact role is still unknown. To protect us, the immune system must be able to attack both pathogens and tumors and toxins. Sometimes this attack is not limited to harmful agents, but can occur against non-pathogenic components and induce unwanted responses or even pathologies. The immune system can respond against self-proteins and therefore can induce autoimmunity, against innocuous substances and therefore can induce allergy, against drugs and therefore can induce anti-drug responses, or against transplanted organs and therefore can induce rejection. These adverse reactions of the immune system are quite common. Autoimmunity occurs in more than 5% of the population, and there are more than 100 autoimmune diseases. Multiple sclerosis is one of these autoimmune diseases. Allergies affect more than 20% of the population in developed countries. Anti-drug responses are quite frequent and are mainly caused by the production of drug-specific antibodies. And rejection is the main problem in transplantation. And this is what we are going to see in this course about the immune system.